try to analyze. Like when we are born, anybody, whether we or our parents, when they are born, in the mother's womb we are created. When it is created, do you know how many things, I don't know how these hands and legs are being created. How this hair is coming, how the teeth is coming. Who is creating all these things? Everything is, brain is created, the intestine is there, the heart is there. Somebody has created, and then when you come out, then these two people, how the child cries. Because two people are now claiming, she is telling it is my child, and he is telling it is, because he looks like me, that's why he is my child. And he looked towards me and smiled for my child. Like that, both of them, they fight. Sometimes, if it cannot be resolved there, then they go to court. Then 3 days here, 4 days there. Decision is taken. Just what decision you will take, it will okay. 3 days you come, 4 days you will take. This is the way. So that's why the child cries. Who are these people telling that it is mine? Actually, the child is created by God. I don't know who was doing all these things. What instrument he was using. I don't know what kind of needle he was using to connect all these arteries and veins. So nicely he has put that nose in the front. Suppose nose he will put in the back. So how difficult when we are sneezing, we are pressing here. I don't know where it is. How much intelligent that heart is all the time working. It's small heart. It is pumping blood all the time. But after the child is born, these two people, they will tell her, my child, my chunu, my darling, my bundle of joy. And after he grows little, bundle of joy becomes bundle of tension. They've changed. Bundle of joy. They take picture and send, I don't know how it looks so exactly. One cannot notice like a look, one cannot see what they would look like me, look like you, like that, they would tell. But actually God has created that child. But the moment child is born, we try to take ownership over the child. I am the owner. This is just claiming over somebody else's creation. That is the ego. The land. If the land will tell, oh, this land is there, I am just using. Or I am given, at this moment, I am just using this land, then there is no ego. But if I tell that I am the owner of this land, ego is there. So who will suffer? If I am attached to my child, if I am taking ownership over my child, who is taking ownership? Who is taking? No, that I told you that now. The ego, not parents. The ego. Not hand is not taking ownership. The leg is not taking ownership. This ego is taking ownership. It is telling, it is my child. If the child and the child, the ego will expect a particular kind of behavior from the child. If the ego is not getting that, then it will suffer. If it is getting, it will applaud itself. It will take credit. So in this manner, the ego always either it enjoys or it suffers. Whenever we are experiencing sorrow, who is experiencing sorrow? Not we, but the ego. Suppose a team, we are attached to a particular kind of team, and the team is getting good score or they have done well, then immediately our ego will feel inflated, will feel so excited. That is the nature of the ego. So what is the meaning of ego? Ego means ownership. If every day morning, when we will get up, we will tell, oh Lord, everything is yours. This land was yours. This house is not built by me, this is built by all those people. Somebody has made the bricks, somebody has created electricity, somebody has created the stove, somebody has created the water. Everything belongs not to me, everything belongs to you, oh Lord. If one daily thinks that way, then there will be no ego. If the child is sick, a person who is taking care of the child, what that person will tell? Oh Lord, it is your child, you please take care. You are in the form of this medicine. I am giving this medicine because I am the caretaker, not the owner. I am giving this medicine to your child. They will see that medicine work like miracle. That's why previously there are not, medicine was not so much. They were giving some leaf or some kind of thing or some kind of, and disease were getting cured. Now, disease is not getting cured. If you give one medicine to that, disease is gone, to more diseases more are created. Because that element, that ego is so much involved in that, in our any action. Because mind, people are sort of saying, mind patients, they are mind patients. Swamiji, mind patients, all are, mind patients are coming to your mission. Mind patients. My students are all my students. Immediately. And that is the cause for our conflict. Like mother-in-law will tell that he is my son, but wife will tell my husband. Surely there conflict will be there. These two innocent people, after that, they will be like India and Pakistan. They will fight. Hari, you are so nice. What happened? Because now there are two people who are claiming over the same person. That is our ego. This ego always has the desire. When you tell desire, what is the meaning of desire? Don't see the book now. I want you to understand. What is the meaning of desire? So always this ego has the wrong understanding, not the Atman. It doesn't have wrong understanding at all. And what is the wrong understanding this ego has? That I am this one. The ego understands that really I am the PFT, I am not this one. I am not the Atman. Actually, Atman alone is there. The self alone is there. There is nothing other than the self. But the ego thinks that I have nothing to do with the self. I am a limited entity. This misunderstanding always ego has. So to remove that misunderstanding, to remove that, it always is trying to do some actions. And those actions are selfish actions. Selfish actions are always done by the ego, not by the self. Body cannot act. But who is making the body act? The ego. This owner is using the body to act in the field of objects. And the name of the ego at that time is the perceiver. Whenever body is used to get happiness from the outside objects, at that time the name of the ego is perceiver. When mind is used to act in the field of emotions to get happiness, at that time the name of the ego is feeder. When the intellect is used to get happiness from the world of thoughts, at that time the ego's name is the thinker. This PFT is the ego. All karmas are done by the ego. So now, there is somebody talking here. And now who is talking here? Who is talking? You will tell Swami. It doesn't have any meaning. It is the ego in the Swami that is talking. And who is listening? The ego in each one of you is listening. So how many egos are there? Total how many? 70 people here. Total 71 egos are involved. One ego is talking, and out of 70 egos, maybe 5-10 more, maybe listening, 5-10 egos they have already gone. And some are enjoying really after the breakfast, nice breakfast. They have gone to a nice nap mood. Ego. And some egos are enjoying, some egos are feeling good, some are, oh, such a great thing. But it is the ego, play of the ego. When ego feels good, ego feels bad. Ego feels depressed, ego feels inspired. That is the job of the ego. But we are not really the ego. The purpose of spiritual education is to recognize ourselves that we are not the ego, but we are the self. And what is our relationship with the ego? The ego is always known, but the self is the knower of the ego. The knower is always different from the known. So like I am knowing this watch, that means I am different from the watch. I am knowing a donkey, that means I I must be?
Not a donkey.
That means I must be different from the donkey. Do you know your body? Tell me.
Yes.
That means you are different from the body. If you tell, I know the body, that's why I am the body, that is not the right conclusion.